2.4 Engineering. Here are our guiding questions or objectives. What is engineering? What are the different types of engineering? How do engineers do engineering? So, what is engineering? Engineering is the process by which solutions are designed to solve problems. Engineers use science and technology to come up with solutions to practical problems. What is engineering? Engineers use math and science to find or invent new solutions, so they can use math and science to come up with technologies or invent things that can help solve problems in the world. There are different fields or branches of engineering, just like there's different branches of science. There's different types of engineering, and we'll just kind of go through all these pictures. So up here is electrical engineering, where you're working with circuits and trying to build solutions to those things. So think about like the power grid. We have come from not having electricity in our homes, and just 100 years we've been able to get electricity in almost every home in the United States. And so that has been largely because of electrical engineers coming up with ways to help make wires and come up with materials that we can use for those technologies. Civil engineering, those are people who build bridges, roads, things like that people use in society. Biomedical engineers come up with prosthetics. They also come up with pacemakers. Any of those technologies that we use to help keep us alive and healthy, those are biomedically engineered technologies. Environmental engineering are the things that help the environment. They are technologies that can help us get what we want out of life with electricity and resources, but also not harm the environment. Mechanical engineers, those are people who build mechanical things. So in vehicles, that's a lot of mechanics. Chemical engineering, construction engineering. My brother is actually a construction engineer, and he works for an electricity company, and I don't really understand what he does, but he has a great job and he really enjoys it. So how do engineers do engineering? This is the engineering design process. Basically, it's a cycle, so it's continuous, but you would, in the planning stages, I guess it's over here, so we'll go here. You ask a question, or you see that there's a problem, and you think, what are some ways that we can solve this problem? And so you come up with an idea, and then you plan it. And it's important in the planning stages to identify your criteria. What do you need to be successful? What are the requirements for your design? And what are your constraints? And so constraints are the limits to the design. What materials do you have to work with? How much time do you have? How much money do you have? Those things are going to limit what kind of a project you can do. So once you have your plan, you create it, you test it, you improve on it. And I know that this just looks like a nice simple cycle, like, oh, you go through it once and you're done. But in real world engineering, you go through the cycle hundreds of times until you get a product that you're happy with. And a lot of the technologies that we have, we continue to improve upon. I think the cell phone is probably the best example. We're not done. We don't have the cell phone and we're not done. Engineers are going to continue to come up with ways to improve those technologies and give us better experiences. And so that's engineering.